a rock, and he's controlling the waves with magic. So the old tour guide said he probably got inspired as he was watching all of the waves crashing against the water wall. That one night when Mr. Walt Disney had to stay in Mazatlan. On the right hand side, familia, take a look. You will see a little piece of London in Mazatlan.
Where?
Yes, some of you told me that you live in London, right? Well, you will see a little piece of London on the right hand side. Take a look. Can you recognize this people here? This is a tribute to one of the most famous bands in the world, the Beatles. And this alley right here is called the Liverpool Alley. You have to be a very big fan of the Beatles to visit that alley back there, because they play Beatles music all day long. The only problem is that they only have one album, so they're repeating the same album over and over again.
Oh gosh.
The mayor of the city said that with the property tax of this year, they're going to buy the second album, so you can spend at least 2 hours in this area. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Does this area looks familiar to you?
Yes.
Yes? It's where the cliff divers are. If you have the feeling that we're driving in circles, this is the only way that we can make this tour last for 2.5 hours. On the left hand side, amigos, take a look on the left hand side. Did you notice those 2 white rocks on the left hand side? No, the ones that are in this part, the ocean. And you see them? Left hand side, more to the left hand side. Well, as we move down the street, you will see it even better, eh? Just wait a little bit. We have the cliff divers again here. Whoa, that's a lot of people waiting on them, eh? Let's see. No, they're too far now. The Continuity of Life Monument on the left hand side. We will stop on the way back from the Golden Sun back to the cruise ship terminal, so you can take a nice picture before we go back to the terminal. Pay attention, please. Can you see the cannon that is pointing to the ocean? Right behind the building on the left hand side, there is a cannon pointing to the ocean on the left hand side. That cannon was brought here to Mazatlan back in 1893. After an attack, the Mazatlan suffered from France back in 1864. Due to a debt, some people from the military back then had with a bakery. Yes, you heard that. Let me repeat this. Due to a debt that some military had with a bakery back in 1862, France decided to start a war with Mexico. So they took over different cities in our country. One of them was Mazatlan. Back on March 31st of 1864, the city was under attack by a warship called La Cordelier. People who live at the city back then, they bravely defend our city, give their lives to protect Mazatlan. Unfortunately, well, they succeeded at that time, but unfortunately that success didn't last long, because on the same month of the same year, but in November of 1864, the French army occupied our city for almost 3 years before the federal government couldn't expel enough of our country. Trata de apurarte un poquillo más, jefe, para llegar a tiempo, porque se me hace que vamos muy lento. Muchas gracias. That is the why time we